So the Oscars have just announced um, it's like some new standards, new policies to qualify for Best Picture. And this is, of course, making the racists really mad. So let's just read a little bit of it together. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts, blah, 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 announced a wave of new representation and inclusion standards for Oscars eligibility in the Best Picture category. It's part of its initiative and the body's overall push for diversity and equitable representation in front of and behind the camera. So, let's just skip ahead here. For the 96 Oscars, a film must meet 2 out of 4 of the following standard to be deemed eligible: on-screen representation, themes, and narratives. Um, Film must meet one of the following criteria: lead or significant supporting actors. At least one of the lead actors or significant supporting actors is from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group, and then it lists all the various different races. General ensemble cast. At least 30% of all actors in the secondary or more minor roles are from at least 2 of the following underrepresented groups: women, uh, racial or ethnic group, LGBTQ, people with cognitive or physical disabilities, or who are deaf or hard of hearing, etc., etc. So it just kind of goes on and like lists like a whole bunch of things. And so a lot of people are, especially racist people, are going to be pissed off about this stuff. And honestly, speaking personally, I'm not thrilled about this either, believe it or not. Um, but I understand why it's necessary. Okay, you got to remember back in 2015. Let's go back in time. Here's an article from 2015, and hopefully people watching this remember what happened in 2015. In 2015, Oscar nominations show a lack of diversity in a year when films didn't. All right. Basically, in this year, there were lots of movies where there were starring uh, non-white people in leading roles. Like, for example, um, Straight Outta Compton, which should have won Best Picture that year. However, no good movie with non-white non-whites in a leading role were nominated in 2015. Even though Straight Outta Compton deserved to win, and I saw that movie and it absolutely deserved to win. Instead, a piece of shit movie, which I think Birdman, which I saw and it was fucking terrible. It was fucking awful. Let me see. According to this, it looks like Spotlight won in 2015 and Birdman won in 2014. I saw both movies. Whichever one is in contention here, they were both awful. Spotlight was awful. Birdman was awful. Um, so yeah, they fucking suck. They absolutely fucking suck. So that's my beef. All right, that's my beef. This kind of shit, all these new rules for requiring deaf people and LGBT people and non-white people, this is a reaction to the fact that racist people fucked everything up. Okay, racist people did not include movies that deserve to win just because there were minorities in those movies. And they are the ones deciding uh, what movies are considered to be brilliant and fantastic and amazing. And it's because of those scumbags that these rules were unfortunately necessary. And yes, I'm of the opinion that the best movie should win, whatever the best movie is, without a consideration for, um, whether or not deaf people are in it or not, stuff like that. In an ideal world, that would have been the case. But because of the scumbags, because of the racist scumbags, that you can thank those pieces of shit, because of them ruining everything for everyone else, these rules are now necessary, unfortunately necessary. And yes, they absolutely are necessary. Okay? At least for the moment. because racist white people have done so much to fuck things up in this country. So much. You can thank them. And that's all I got to say.